Good evening, everybody. Let's see. Good evening. I see you all coming in. We'll wait just a moment. As you're coming in, please feel free to like and share the live stream. This will not be a long live. We are going to make some chili mac. That is on our meal plan tonight. Now, everybody has pretty much eaten dinner but myself, so that's why I'm cooking a little later tonight. So I'm going to meal prep these for the girls to have for tomorrow. So that may throw us off for tomorrow's meal. Actually, I know it will because I'm not going to cook and we already have food. So in this pot here, you all, this is some water boiling with chicken bouillon with a little bit of my bay leaf and a little bit of kosher salt, okay? Because we want our noodles to have flavor. So I wanted to let you all know what I'm putting in that pot with my noodles. And it does add to help your noodles have flavor, okay? So that's just a little thin spaghetti. But you can use what you like for your noodle for chili mac. I've only used spaghetti because I like it with the chili mac. But feel free to use what you like. Let me throw this in the trash. Hey, I see you guys. Let me put this back up in my pantry, honey. And we're just gonna boil those noodles until they're al dente, okay? I don't like them to be all the way done. And that's really when I'm making spaghetti too. I just don't like a mushy noodle. So we're gonna let those boil. Now while that's going on, we're gonna start our meat in this pot, or pan rather. And I just have my ground beef. Hello, everybody. And I just got a small pack because you don't need a whole lot unless you just like a lot of meat. But of course, you know, there's other meats you can use as well. You can use ground turkey, ground chicken, ground pork, sausage, steak. You can use whatever you like for your chili. And either way, it'll still be budget friendly. And this to me is actually a lot of meat. So we're gonna have chili left over. I may have to freeze some. I don't wanna be eating chili for 2 and 3 days. No, ma'am, no, sir. So I'm also gonna add in with that some of my onions. These are purple onions and white, yellow onion. So I just cut those up very fine. And we're gonna add that to our meat. And then we're going to add in some seasoning. Now, I'm going to add in some of my beef broth base, which is really good for beef. I've told you all that. If you tried it, you already know. You don't need a lot. Hold on, let me break this up because I got a big piece in there. You don't need a lot. But if you go in your soup aisle in your grocery store where the beef broth and everything is, the actual liquid, you should see something like this. And it comes like that. Okay? And they have paste too, like a broth. The beef and the chicken and vegetable, it's like kind of pasty. You can use those too. I actually have some of those. Let me check some. But any of them are really good for seasoning your beef. And I don't see a paste right now, so I'm not going to take time looking for it. But some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You can actually get it at Sam's Club, so you might already know. So we're going to give that a stir. There's going to be some very flavorful noodles. And the last thing I'm going to add is a little bit of my Lipton soup mix to my beef. When it comes to chili, well, no, I got to add a little chili powder. When it comes to chili, your meat has to be packed with flavor. Okay? It just has to be. So I didn't add in much of that. And I'm going to add in some of my chili powder into my meat as well. But the flavor in your meat is going to add to your pot of chili as a whole. So we got to have flavor in the meat. All right. So again, we have onions. We have our beef broth base. We have a little bit of that Lipton soup, the onion. And we have some chili powder. And you know, with ground beef, you just cook it until it is browned. And in a minute, I'm going to drain those spaghetti noodles, and I will set those aside. And we will start cooking our beans with our stewed tomatoes and get our sauce ready to add our meat in. So I will be able to see your comments in just a minute. How are y'all doing on this Sunday evening? It's a blessed Sunday evening. I have been relaxing all day. That's why I'm cooking later than I normally would. Let's see what y'all saying. Hi, Brandy. Thank you so much. Yes, Susan. The beef broth base does have a new label. It does have a new label. But just look for the Orrington Farms broth base and the beef. They also have a chicken that's very good. Hey, Bonita. Alan says, yummy. Lucretia, you doing good? I'm doing good, honey. I'm doing well. I like to relax on Sundays, especially after church. But today, I really just relaxed all day. And, you know, I needed it. The kids didn't do too much. Bella wasn't as, you know, all over the place. So it gave me an opportunity to kind of just rest a little bit. Everybody needs a day of the week that you have to take it easy and rest yourself. Rest your body, rest your mind. Watch a good movie. Put your feet up, honey. And if you got somebody to serve you some food, do that too. So this meat is looking so good, y'all, and it's smelling even better, okay? It smells amazing in here. So look how quick it takes to make ground beef. And again, if you don't eat beef, or, you know, you can use whatever you like. Ground turkey, ground chicken. Or you could do just a vegetable chili. If you looked at my meal plans, I'm doing the veggie meals every other day for the most part. And I've incorporated those meals, which are actually pretty good. Because I've been asked by people who follow my page about meals. I'm going to turn this off. Meals that are, you know, more veg. I'm not vegan, but I can give you some at least vegetable meals, okay? I can do that easily. So if you try it, they're really good. But a lady was asking, why did I start doing that? Well, because people ask. Because it's definitely not cheaper. It's actually, it costs more to buy fresh vegetables than it does to eat meat every day. So I don't know about where you all live, but our produce here is higher than meat. It's always going to be more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat garbage. All right. Or, you know, or unhealthy. Let me not say garbage. Definitely garbage too, but unhealthy. So I'm going to turn this off as well. It's at the point where it's al dente. And I'm going to drain those noodles first. And those purple, those red onions give that color as well as the flavor to that meat. But we are going to drain some of that off. That's right. It costs more to eat healthy than it does. So if you eat meat every day, you can buy chicken cheap. You can buy ground beef cheap. Anything that's like healthier for your body is always going to cost more. It's just the way it is. So what I'm doing, you all, I'm draining off the water from the noodle, but I have to also take out those bay leaves, so I'm going to do that. And then we'll drain that beef. So you may see one or two in there, but don't be alarmed. Ooh, hot. Okay. So maybe where you live, you can kind of find some things that are a little more cost efficient for you. Now what I'm going to do with these noodles, I am going to toss them a little bit with some olive oil. And what this does is it keeps them from sticking together. And you don't have to do that, but it does help to preserve them, okay? And then you just cover it. So I'm gonna cover those and move those to the back, okay? And we'll put that back there and that there. And now we're gonna drain this beef. Now while we're doing that, I'm gonna move this pot over here. And actually, let me go ahead and add in my chili beans. And I'm using the Bush's Pinto, the mild chili beans. And if you saw my budget, I told you I use 1 large can. I don't like a lot of beans in my chili. So you want to add as many beans as you like. I don't like a lot at all. I can actually do beanless chili. I don't have to have beans. But I'm going to add some to this particular recipe. And then I'm going to add in my stewed tomatoes. Now, sometime I'll drain them, but tonight I did not because I need the juice, okay? So instead of using water, I'm just going to use that juice that comes in there with my stewed tomato. And I do like extra tomatoes. So you add what you like. If you don't like a lot of tomatoes or don't like them at all, just leave them out. But of course, you can use the Rotel, the can of Rotel. You can use diced tomato. You can use whatever you want, petite or regular. It's all up to you. And there's just so many different tomatoes you can add, so just do what you like. All right, we're gonna let this get going. Let me drain this meat so we can add that to our pot. And again, I'm not gonna, I did not mean to do all of my grease. I wanted some of that grease, honey. I sure did. Let me see. Maybe I was able to reserve a little bit. I kind of got rid of most of it. So let me, it's a little bit left in that. So at least I had a little bit. So let me get the rest of my meat. Try not to make a mess. Let's see. I may be able to grab it without dripping this on the floor. There we go. I want everything, all my onions, all of it. All right, so now we just added in this flavor packed meat that has our chili powder. It had, well, some of the chili powder. It has beef broth base. It has Lipton soup mix. And it has, what else do we add, you all? I think that was it, our onions. So now I'm just gonna stir that well. We're gonna add in our chili packet, honey. But look at that chili. Now, if you wanna add in some tomato paste, tomato sauce, whatever you wanna add to your chili, go ahead and add it. But I'm gonna leave this just like this. That's why I was intentional in using that juice from the tomatoes. And then we have the sauce that was in there with our beans, so that's gonna help with the thickness of your chili. So when I wanna thicken my own chili, what I'll do is I'll drain my beans, I'll rinse them, and I'll also do the same with my tomatoes. So we're gonna add in our McCormick, the chili. And what I just recommend, add half a package and then taste it and see how you like it. If it's not to your liking, then add in the rest, because everybody's taste is different and everybody can't handle all of the spices. And I'm also gonna add in some of my chili powder. Hey, is it Charlissa? How you doing, dear? I'm gonna add in some of my adobo seasoning, honey. It has the onion powder and garlic powder in there, and it also has sodium. So that's why you rarely see me cook with salt, because the seasonings that I cook with already have it. If you cook with stuff that don't have salt, then you'll need to add it. And I may need a little bit more of that, maybe not, we'll see. Hey, Miyoshi. Hey, Frederica. So as you all can see, this chili, I don't really want to turn the heat up because I don't want it to start popping. It smells so good. So let me know in the comment section, what do you like in your chili? I'm pretty much a meat, sometimes bean, and tomato. That's it. Of course, onions, they go without saying for me. Sometimes I'll add mushrooms. Mushrooms is really good in chili. But for me, it's just meat, bean, and tomato. So what do you like in your chili? Because we all like different things. So I'm gonna let y'all see if I can hold it and stir with a close up. So you see the thickness of the chili. What do you all think? Oh yeah, and it doesn't take long. It does not take long to make a good chili at all. And I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this chili mac. Now I'm gonna show you what's funny. When I was looking at chili macs online, you all, like how other people make stuff, because that's what cooks do. We look at how other people do stuff too. We have our way, and then, you know, we get inspiration from each other. So anyway, all of the things I saw for the chili mac had they had macaroni noodles. I've never used elbow macaroni for chili mac. And if you know about Steak and Shake, that's where it came from for me. I ate some 5-way chili from Steak and Shake, you all, and it's layered with those spaghetti noodles and your chili with the cheese, the sour cream, and the onions. Man, listen, it was so good. Steak and Shake is good now. We don't have one of those around here. But when I go to Atlanta, yes, ma'am, I have to stop at Steak and Shake. So that's where, you know, as far as the noodles, I just feel like the spaghetti to me is the noodle that I would like with my chili mac. Okay, Peggy said looks delicious. Hi, Angela. Mexican corn is good. Okay, I never thought to add Mexican corn. That's a good idea. Thank you, Don. Angela, yes, ma'am. It does not take all day. Once it heats up, your beans are already done. Unless you're cooking your pinto beans or your kidney beans or whatever type of bean. If you're not boiling the beans, you're not cooking them straight out the package, the beans are already done. You know, once you cook your meat, the tomatoes are already done. So it's nothing wrong with letting your chili cook all day if you want to, but it's not necessary. That's all. So we don't knock people for what they do, but, you know, hey, it's just not necessary. I'm literally about to put this bowl together. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to make an actual, I'm going to have to make a plate for my picture. I may not have a picture today. I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do because I have to meal prep for the kids for tomorrow. So they've already eaten. Aaliyah, when she gets in, she may want to eat. But I got my meal prep bowls. You all know I have these. And then I have the small ones for Alana. And then what they can do is they can pull their chili out tomorrow after school. If Aaliyah doesn't have to work or whatever, they can warm that up in the microwave, you all, and then just have a side salad. That's what they could do. And we have oyster crackers for the chili as well. And I just love how this chili is going. Let me taste this, you all. But we're pretty much done. Definitely taste as you go. If you don't taste it, how will you know? How will you know what you need? How will you know what you're missing? Now, I do put bay leaf in here. Let me see. But that is so good. Woo! Sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. That is good. That is the most simplest chili I have made that tastes that good. My God. I'm turning that off. Girl, this chili good. You want to taste it? Stay back there. You can't get on camera. Let me let you taste this. You gotta taste it. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna let Alana taste it. And the thickness is just right. That meat is packed with flavor. And y'all know as it sit, tomorrow it's really gonna be good when they come in and warm it up.
What?
Here. What? I know. You see it? Hold that and be careful because it's hot. All right, so I'm gonna show you all how I'm gonna meal prep these bowls over here. And I'm gonna have to do a plate to do my picture. Alana is jumping up and down, you all. I kid you not. I can't make this up. Honey, tell them it's good. Tell them how good it is.
It tastes like Mama Heaven.
She said it tastes like Mama Heaven. That's a new one. Mama Heaven.
You gotta give me another spoon.
Wait, Alana. You want me to give you a little container, a little bowl?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me show y'all what I'm about to do for Alana.
Yes.
You get you a little ramekin, honey. And I'm gonna add some of these noodles. And let me show you all. Let me show you. Remember we added that oil, so the noodles are nice and still separated.
Oh, yeah, has to taste it.
She's out with her friends right now, but when she comes in, she will. I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make this chili. I'm gonna add a little bit of the noodles. So you would do the same thing in a bowl. So imagine this is an actual bowl. Let me get a big spoon. Alana, can you come grab? Never mind, I got it. It's some cheese I need, but I'll get it. I'm gonna put some of this chili. I'm not gonna put too much for you. Okay? We're gonna put some of that chili in there like that. And I'm gonna just sit this here so y'all can see what I'm about to do.
Mommy.
Can they see the ramekin on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mommy. I see it. Mommy.
Yes, Bella.
Oh my God, that looks delicious.
It looks good. Well, this is yours. I'm gonna take some of my cheese. And hold on. We talk about presentation. It don't have to be perfect, but whatever you can help it. All right. So with the cheese, just put you some cheese on there, honey. And it's gonna melt because that chili is hot, okay? And then you take some sour cream. Do you want onion? A little bit?
Yeah.
A little bit, okay. So I would have onion on my my chili. So we put a little red onion. And then we're gonna add on.
Bella, stop running around.
Oh, hold on. I don't think this is open. Sorry, y'all. This is a new sour cream. I already had some sour cream when I went to the store and I did that budget list for you all, but it was getting low. Because we did something with sour cream. I can't remember what it was.
Can I take some in a drink?
Okay, so you just put a dollop of sour cream just like that. And that's really your chili. You have your noodles, you have your chili, you have your cheese, your onions, and then your sour cream, and you mix it together when I tell you, honey. And if you want to eat crackers with it, you can, or whatever you want. Jalapenos, you can add some of that. Here you go, Lana.
Can I take some in?
No, take that in there. And take those with your cracker. All right, so I'm going to prep a few bowls for them for tomorrow after school. So the prepping is easy. I'm not going to put anything in the bowls, but a little bit of the spaghetti, not too much. So just about that much. Go ahead, Bella Boo. Did she eat the rest of her stuff? Did she eat the rest of her food? Or no?
She didn't eat mine.
Okay. Well, then she can have some chili. The chili is not spicy. That's another thing. The chili is not spicy. I did not add a lot of the chili seasoning. Close the door, Lana Poo. I didn't. Y'all see what I be going through when I be going live. I told y'all Bella be doing me most. And then I'm going to put some chili on top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some cheese. So that's not a large portion. That is a nice size. Remember I told you that this portion size that I shared with you all, for under $20, you can feed over 5 people. I'm finna make 4 servings right here. And it's going to be well enough chili to make 5 or 4 more servings. So I don't know exactly how many you'll get out of that. But that's if you're making a normal size portion. So it depends on if you're a big eater, you and your family, which is fine if you are. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're eating normal size portions, like for kids, that's really probably, well, Alana can eat this. This is not a big portion. Actually, Bella can eat that, y'all. My grandbaby, going on 3 years old, can eat these portions. So with that being like that, I'm going to take the cheese. I'm not going to add the sour cream. I'm just going to add cheese on each one so that that cheese can melt on there. You let your meals cool off. Like, let them sit out until they become close to room temperature before you put them in the refrigerator, okay? So all I have to do is add that cheese. Tomorrow, they can add on their onions. If they want onions, they can add on their sour cream. And they can even add on more cheese if they like. they can grab them crackers. They can add whatever they want tomorrow. The main thing now is to let it cool off. And I got the little tops like that. So I'm just gonna let these sit out and cool off. And that is pretty much that. So I'll get that together. Again, here is that chili honey. That was simple and easy. So any questions before I hop off? This chili is so good. It really, really is. Yeah, I was saying that earlier about the macaroni. And it's fine. You can use whatever. You can use rotini. You can use whatever you like. Let's see. That's not good, teacher. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle gave some good advice to, I guess, in her house, to not put your whole hand in the cheese. It could contaminate it. So if you're at a restaurant, I totally agree. But when you're in the comfort of your home with your family, I would not. I don't think many people would do that. So, but definitely thank you for the advice. All right. I haven't checked my email yet, Miyoshi. So tomorrow, for those who are going to be making the cornbread dressing, this works out that we have leftovers. I actually picked up some gizzards, and I can show you all that. I picked up gizzards and some chicken thighs, so I'll be preparing that for the live for tomorrow. And you need to make sure it's prepared before we go live. Make sure it's prepared before we go live. So I'm not going to be cooking all of these, but here are those gizzards. I know people say they're hard to find. I always can find them. So I just think it's maybe where you live. And then I have my chicken thighs. So I'll make sure that I have these boiled and chopped up, and have my juices ready and all my items cut up. So I'll see you all tomorrow. That'll be hopping on. And you all have a great rest of your night.